Welcome to What's Next with Mattel Creations, where we talk with thought leaders to discover what's next in art, toys, and entertainment. I'm Nick Karamanos. I head up Mattel Creations, and I'm happy to introduce a great friend and partner, Robert Oberschelp. Robert, welcome.
Well, thank you, Nick. Exciting to be here.
Yes, we are excited to have you. Robert is the global head of consumer products for Warner Brothers Discovery, responsible for developing and managing global consumer products and the business around entertainment brands including WB, HBO, Discovery, DC, Cartoon Network, HGTV, Eurosport, Adult Swim, and more. Goodness.
You make me sound so important.
All right, so we're going to kick it off. Mattel and Warner Brothers have been great partners over the years. The two companies have been partners for many a year. Last year, though, was a significant moment in the company's relationship. We partnered on a little film called Barbie. Which character in the Barbie movie are you? Would you think of a Ken, an Alan, someone else, anyone that rang true?
I have to say it's Alan, right? And it's not just because Michael was my neighbor for 5 years in Los Feliz, but who doesn't want to be in sandals and a bathing suit and live their life, at the beach or the pool?
I mean, totally
we
agree.
live in SoCal for a reason.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing that he was your neighbor too.
He was, yeah.
Incredible, God. You gotta love Los Angeles. We have partnered together also on Mattel Creations with Warner. Warner, of course, as we mentioned, has a number of amazing properties. Some of the Mattel Creations stuff have been Monster High Skeletor with Pennywise, the Shining Grady Twins, to Hot Wheels, and the RC Batmobile. Harry Potter dolls. We've got Harry Potter Uno decks coming that are out there with the houses. What's your favorite item so far?
I really do like the Monster High. The dolls themselves are absolutely amazing, and I will say I have Annabelle at home. I'm a horror, fanatic. I quite like them.
Oh.
So I do have Annabelle. She rocks. But if I think about Mattel Creations, like in the now, right now, of course I love the Wizard of Oz Little People as we celebrate the 85th anniversary of the Wizard of Oz, right? So that's our one of our big ones this year.
It's a big year. The other big year is with Batman.
Oh, absolutely.
And Batman is always a constant. Batman's celebrating as well. How are you celebrating with Batman in his 85th?
So this is probably going to be the biggest celebration we've had with Batman, and it's going to all kicked off in September 21st this year. We have Batman Day, which is becoming more and more what I would say Batman Month. Bat signals all across the globe. We will be celebrating, obviously, with some fun things here with Mattel Creations. We did a little sneak peek, again, with Little People at San Diego Comic-Con. We've got some anti-heroes coming our way very shortly, so be on the lookout for that.
Yep.
But again, it's not just celebrating Batman, it's all the Batmen.
Yes.
So kind of, years and years and kind of all coming together at one time.
That's right. One of the great characters ever created, Batman, and all the things that Warner has been able to do over the years, really astounding.
Yeah,
really
and I would say he probably is the number one superhero.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody wants to be him, whether it's while he is Batman or when he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, for definite. The duality is fascinating.
Got it.
You mentioned your love for horror. Where does that come from? Did you always love horror, or was that something that you kind of came to a little later in life?
It is something that happened, in the early days when cable first started. You probably don't remember that, but when cable first started, and I remember watching HBO and watching The Exorcist for the first time by myself, 11:30 at night.
Wow.
Downstairs, and that is probably one of the movies that scared the bejesus out of me, but is now something that brings me back when the films are coming out. So again, being part of the studio and being able to see these films, in a smaller world these days is kind of fun.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Incredible. Warner is celebrated its 100th year anniversary, right? What's as you guys think about it from a studio perspective, the finding the right balance between celebrating nostalgia but also bringing newness, creativity, innovation. How does that all mix together between anniversaries and something new?
Well, you know what? Fans love to celebrate anniversaries,
Yeah.
Whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20. But looking at 100 years of a studio is absolutely amazing. And if you look back at 100 years and say, what are we going to pull forward?
Yeah.
What is going to mean something, to the nostalgia side of things, plus how do you bring in the newer? So what we really did is kind of look back at all of our shields and kind of how do we pull that forward. But we put Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes front and forward. Let them do mashups. You can't do mashups with Harry Potter, with DC characters. So we had, Bugs Bunny dressed up as Superman.
Amazing.
And being able to kind of use all of these different characters to kind of tell our story, and looking back on animation as well as all of our live action films. We pulled back a little bit last year on it and just had little touches, so that this year is really all about it.
Yeah.
Kind of as you talk about last year being Barbie and the year of pink, it's starting right now. It's all about black and white stripes.
Yeah,
so
very
make sure
cool.
you get out there
and
see that.
I love it. Amazing. Big news with James Gunn, Peter Safran now taking the helm of DC. Obviously, they've been working on a new film, Superman, that has been announced for next season, next summer. What's the feeling like? What's the sense of how it's developing the new world of the DC cinematic universe?
One word is exciting, right? I will tell you that. Just seeing their vision and how they want to take it, and really looking at the next 10-year plan. And it's a treasure trove for me in the world of consumer products, and how am I going to build these worlds out with you as well. But it is exciting. Again, you look at Superman. First, it's going to be Creature Commando kind of playing out there, but then we're going to get into the summer of Superman next year.
Yeah.
And what I would say, it's really going to kick off what I will use the phrase, the decade of DC. So you got Superman going into Supergirl, Crypto. We've got a lot of great things. The Passion, we just wrapped for Superman, and
wow.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I mean, it's coming.
It is
fast.
coming. Back to Batman. I had the Batman Caped Crusader, the animated series that just came out on Prime Video.
I have my Uno cards.
Oh yeah,
yes,
perfect.
I have those.
Perfect. I watched it. I binged it. All 10 episodes. I was on a flight recently. Incredible animation. Incredible storyline. I did not realize Bruce Timm had been involved with it. He's executive producer. J.J. Abrams involved in it. And that series has the power to do something really special, I think, certainly for fans who've grown up with Batman over the years, like we have. What is your sense of that animation and how that can help Batman and DC overall as you guys go forward?
I go back to, he is a man for everybody, right? And you look at what's happening out in the world today, and everybody that wants to be a part of Batman and kind of be able to tell that story. But I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, it nods back and moves forward. So.
Yeah, incredible things. Looney Tunes has been around for many, many years. I certainly grew up with Looney Tunes, a variety of the shows. Still
Saturday
watching.
mornings?
Absolutely, Saturday mornings. We were just having the conversation with someone else about how important, when we were all growing up as kids, how important those Saturday mornings were. Or after school TV, how important that was. You'd come home, you'd either wake up, watch it, then start your day, or you'd come home after school, and it was a way to transition into the evening. What stands out to you most about Looney Tunes and that heritage that is Hanna-Barbera, all of it, that is so imbued within Warner Brothers and is part of your awesome history?
Again, I think that Looney Tunes, Bugs, it's all part of, you hear Warner Brothers, and again, if you look at the forefront of what our stores were, right, back in the 80s and 90s, it was a huge part of what it is. Yeah. So they really are a part of everyday culture, and I see more and more coming out today. Yeah,
that's amazing. All right, let's get personal for a second. Your career, what's a nugget that you learned along the way, something that made you better as you were progressing through different industries that you could give a piece of advice to somebody?
You know what? Always be kind. Take a minute to listen, to get to know people. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Be humble. But I always go back to, again, it's my biggest philosophy, and I think even in my team today, it's partnerships, it's being kind, it's being true to who you are. Yeah. I think that is, and learn along the way. Yeah. Learn along the way, because every day is, I say if I learn something every day, I'm a happy man.
Incredible. That's absolutely the vibe of VCon as well, is this element of, be kind, be humble, learn, understand that you're going to have adversity. How do you overcome it? It's a really great message, especially for this moment in time, for where we all are. Okay, well, we know that your birthday, I believe, was recently celebrated. Or is it today?
It's today.
It's today.
Yes, but I want to spend it with you. That's why I'm here.
And we are so thankful that you are here to celebrate it. And because you are so kind, if we could have a little gift come out.
Oh,
Bailey.
Oh, look at this.
With the cupcakes. Huh?
You going to have
Beautiful.
it with me?
Oh, yeah, I'll have it. Yeah,
but not on camera.
Oh, no.
Because I'll mush it all on my face. But that's very kind of you.
Happy birthday, Robert.
Smell good.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
25 again. Can you believe it? I'm catching up to you.
I mean, you haven't looked a day older. Amazing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming here.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, this is awesome. This was fun.
Great things together.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.